Welcome back to Light on Yoga, Asana explained by a yoga teacher. Today's asana pose is Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, which is 9 stars out of 60 in difficulty level. If you hear a little bit of noise in the background, it's because it just started raining here, so you might be able to hear that in this video. Let's get to the pose. This is step 1 and 2. So you see it's sort of a half lotus position here in one of the legs, and the other leg is standing. And then here are the next layers of the pose. Ardha means half, so that's the half lotus kind of shape probably. Baddha means bound, so that refers to the arm going back around and binding by grabbing for the foot or toe. Baddha means bound, restrained, caught, withheld. Padma is lotus, so that's Ardha, Baddha, half bound, Padmottanasana, half bound lotus. Uttana is an intense stretch. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Technique, stand in Tadasana, as always. I wonder if we'll come across something where the technique does not include starting from Tadasana. Inhale, raise the right leg from the floor, bend the right knee, and rest the sole of the right foot on the left thigh. You'll likely need to use your hands to achieve this. Hold the right foot with the left hand. Bring the right arm around the back and catch hold of the big toe of the right foot with the thumb and the fore and middle fingers of the right hand. So this kind of peace finger grip that we talked about before in Padangusthasana. Release the left hand. So you were just using your left hand to get in position. Exhale, bend the trunk forward, place the left hand on the floor by the left foot or on a block, and keep the head up. Make the back as concave as possible. Take a few breaths. So again, pretty much as always when we're forward folding in this book, we're taking a halfway lift first to start. Exhale, rest the head or the chin on the left knee. Again, this is just sort of another variation of forward fold. If the whole left palm cannot be placed on the floor, start with the tips of the fingers, then gradually place the fingers, and lastly the whole palm on the floor. Similarly, with the position of the head, first place the forehead on the left knee, then extend the neck to place the tip of the nose, then the lips, and lastly the chin on the left knee. So this is sort of one of the first times that he's talking about a progression of mobility or flexibility or ability. The progress from the head to the chin shows that the body is becoming more and more elastic. After taking a few deep breaths in this pose, inhale and raise the trunk to position 4, which is halfway lift. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the left palm from the floor, come back to position 3. So just come out the way you started. Release the left foot from the grip of the right hand. The left foot from the grip of the right hand. He means the right foot from the grip of the right hand. Repeat on the other side, keeping the right leg on the floor, bending the left leg. So all the same. So you can do this without the bind, he's saying. If you cannot hold the toe with the hand from behind, place both palms on the floor and follow the above technique. So what he means is if you reach your arm around to grab the toe but you can't reach, well, you actually could use a strap, or he's saying just don't do the bind and just do the half lotus in your legs and fold forward and put both hands on the floor. Stiffness of the knees is cured by this asana. As the abdominal organs are contracted, digestive powers increase and the peristaltic activity helps to eliminate toxin-creating waste matter. I wonder if this is where that whole eliminate toxins, detox craze fad comes from in the wellness industry. I wonder if it comes from people like Iyengar when they were bringing yoga to the West. I wonder if they helped introduce that concept that a lot of medical professionals don't get behind, because doctors say that your liver is always detoxing your body. That's its job. You don't need to do all these extra detoxing things. If you have a comment about that, leave it. I'd like to know. This pose helps one to move the shoulders further back. This expands the chest and helps in breathing freely and deeply. Let's give it a try. From Tadasana, as always. So from Tadasana, you're gonna use your hands to get your right foot into half lotus pose here. Half lotus pose is already quite a challenge for some people, so you might just stay here. And if you can't even get here, you might start with tree pose instead. And when this becomes very comfortable in your body, you can start to get to your half lotus pose standing. And here's where you take the bind. So the same side, your hand's gonna grab your right foot, it's the same side. So you bring that hand behind you and grab for your big toe with your peace fingers. So, this is one where you kind of have to help yourself out. I have to help my right arm get all the way over here for the toe. And then you're just gonna fold forward. Sometimes I start without holding on my toe, because when you fold forward, you actually get some extra space here, and then I can actually grab my toe. And then you get down here, so you could put this hand on a block if you need to, and you're gonna stay in a halfway lift, making your back concave, and then you're gonna fold all the way down as far as you'll go. I haven't practiced this in quite a while, so my head is not quite going to my knee, but just in that direction like he mentioned. And then you come up the same way through halfway left. My toe falls out of my hand on the way out there, that's fine. Then you do the other side, the same thing, so starting with the half lotus, and like I said, if this is a lot, just stay right here. This is plenty. If you want to start practicing a little more, wrap your left arm around. You can also grab your right arm like this. If you're just practicing standing upright, you can practice with the bind. This is a great place to stay. If you want more, you can start to fold forward, and you can grab your toe here when you have more space. Whew, and some balance difficulties today. And if you can't grab your toes, he was saying that you can just release both hands on the ground so it would look like this. This side is a little bit more open for me. You'll notice that you probably also have a side. It's a little bit more amenable to some of these shapes. And then you come up, oh, I forgot to do the halfway lift, I think, on this side. Ooh, yeah, it's a nice big shoulder stretch. And you come back up. My toe falls out of my hand at this point. So just see how it works in your body. And that's it. Back to Tadasana. That's a big one. It's a big, I'd say it's more than the difficulty level that he assigns it, because it's a big hip opener, it's a big forward fold, and it's a balancing pose. So there's a lot going on. So let me know where you're at with that one. If you have any questions, like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll talk to you again soon.